Hi and welcome back. So far we have seen how microorganisms can be so dangerous and cause diseases, not just in humans but also plants and animals too. But you know what? Not all microorganisms are harmful. And in this video, we are going to learn about one very important use of microorganisms. Now, remember, we mentioned that when someone is infected by bacteria, antibacterial medicines can be taken to kill that bacteria and cure the disease. But this was not true even just 100 years ago. Treating bacterial infection was very hard and often deadly. Now, let's travel back in time to see the story of the first antibiotic. This was discovered by Alexander Fleming, a very astute, curious, and above all, a persistent scientist. Now, he was doing research in the field of microbiology and studying some bacteria. So, he was growing some in petri dishes for his study. One day, he noticed that some bacteria stopped growing and died in one of the petri dishes. Now, someone less curious would have just thrown the dish away, thinking, well, they failed to grow the bacteria. But his curiosity led him to observe that there was some mold or fungus growing on it. And that is what actually killed the bacteria. Now, it was this observation that led to the groundbreaking and life-saving discovery of antibiotic medicine. So, the mold that was growing in these petri dishes is called penicillium, and the chemical extracted from it that can be used as antibiotic medicine is called penicillin. Now, you must be so curious to see how penicillin actually works. Remember, bacterial cells have this cell membrane around them, and one of its key functions is to ensure that there is enough support to protect against the pressure of fluids, like say water, around the cell. When penicillin encounters some of these bacteria, it starts breaking down their cell membrane, and because of which the bacterial cell just pops under the pressure of the fluid and kills the bacteria. Actually, penicillin was just one of the first such discoveries. Streptomycin, tetracycline, and erythromycin are some other very common antibiotics used today. And just like penicillin, these are also produced from other microorganisms like bacteria. Now, these different kinds of antibiotics help cure different kinds of bacterial infections. Isn't it all just so amazing? Like us humans have found such clever ways to use some microorganisms to fight diseases caused by other microorganisms. Finally, I want to leave you with two very important messages around the use of antibiotics. The first thing is to always finish the complete dose of medicine that the doctor prescribes you. If you stop just when the symptoms stop, there is a chance that some bacteria are still left around and they could multiply and lead to reoccurrence and even spread of the disease. The second thing is that, like any living organism, bacteria continuously evolve to survive. Over the last 100 years, bacteria have started developing various mechanisms that will protect them against these antibiotics. Scientists are in a constant battle with bacteria to create new variations of antibiotics that continue to be effective. Now, one important way all of us can help is to avoid overuse of antibiotics. For example, if you use an antibiotic when you have a disease caused by a virus, it will not be effective at all, and it can expose the bacteria more to these antibiotics and giving them a chance to evolve, become stronger and resistant to these antibiotics. So please do not take antibiotic medicine if you have fever or cold unless a doctor prescribes it to you. So, to summarize, the key thing that we learned is some microorganisms like the fungus Penicillium is used to develop antibacterial medicines that can help us fight and recover from bacterial infections. But we also have to be very careful first to complete the full dose of antibiotics prescribed to us, and at the same time avoid overuse, which can make the bacteria very resistant. So in the next video, we will learn about one more very helpful use of microorganisms, that is vaccines, which can help prevent getting any disease in the first place. Wouldn't that be nice? So join me there.